Hi everyone, Namaskaram. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about the practice of Surya Kriya, Surya Namaskar, and also the practice of Surya Shakti, and what are the differences between these. So a lot of times when I've announced Surya Kriya programs, and a lot of people have called up asking that is it the same as Surya Namaskar? So no, it isn't the same as Surya Namaskar. And in fact, most chances are that if you haven't done a program with Isha, you would not have heard of the practice of Surya Kriya. So let me tell you a little bit about the Surya Kriya practice. Surya Kriya is essentially a 21-step practice that we teach. So there are 21 postures in it, and there's a specific pattern of breathing. There's a different aspects to it. Now, whenever the word kriya is attached to something, it means that the word kriya means an inner energy process. So Surya Kriya essentially is working not just on your physiological aspects of well-being and psychological aspects of well-being. It is also working on your energy aspects. So Surya Kriya, Sadhguru says it's a complete practice for your physical, psychological, mental, emotional, and your spiritual well-being as well. So if I have to look at a practice that is complete in itself, Surya Kriya is a practice that is complete in itself. If you're doing Surya Kriya, it is taking care of your physical body, your emotional health, mental health, as well as has a very, very deep spiritual significance to it as well. Now, if I compare it with Surya Namaskar, then Sadhguru's called Surya Namaskar like a country cousin of Surya Kriya. Now, this doesn't mean that, Surya Namaskar is not a good practice. It's a very, very powerful practice as well. However, if we are to compare Surya Kriya and Surya Namaskar, then Surya Namaskar is not as deeply, does not have the same spiritual significance that Surya Kriya is. So Surya Kriya is a much more profound practice in itself. And if you've seen any of the Surya Kriya programs that we've announced, or that you might have attended a Surya Kriya workshop, you would have seen that there's a certain amount of commitment that is required from participants. So minimum it will be 6 hours long, the entire workshop, over 3 days or 4 days or 2 days. And we require you to commit for those 6 hours or 9 hours to ensure that we're able to teach you the practice in its entirety and with a great amount of attention to detail. And there are there's a deep significance to the different aspects of the practice. So there's a certain pattern of breathing. There are very intricate, minute corrections that we get into. And all of this, only after covering all of this would you be able to do a practice like Surya Kriya, which is a Kriya. Now, when they had to teach, say, a practice to a large number of people who were not able to commit to it the way you need to commit to a Surya Kriya program, the practice of Surya Namaskar originated like that. So when you need to teach it to a large number of people and you do not have the kind of commitment and involvement that is required for Surya Kriya, so you teach them Surya Namaskar, which is in some way, I wouldn't say diluted, but a simplified format of the practice in some sense. Now, there's another practice, Surya Shakti, and some of you might have seen that a lot of the Hatha Yoga teachers are attempting or aiming towards doing 108 Surya Shaktis in this lockdown period. So Surya Shakti is, Sadhgurus described it as a far-off relative of the practice of Surya Kriya. Surya Shakti is predominantly for your physical health and your physical fitness. So if you want a strong body, if you want physical fitness, you can do Surya Shakti. Now they say if you do 108 Surya Shaktis daily, you do not need any other physical exercise. You will be so completely fit. But Surya Shakti in its in terms of benefits of the practice, it will primarily have benefits towards your physiological well-being. There isn't a deep spiritual aspect to the practice. So in that sense, Surya Kriya would be the most profound and the most comprehensive practice, and then Surya Namaskar, and then Surya Shakti. Now, also in terms of the practice itself, if you've learnt both Surya Kriya and Surya Shakti, there's a huge difference in how the two practices are done. Surya Kriya is done very slowly. There's a different pattern of breathing for each posture, and you very slowly move from one posture to the other. Surya Shakti happens at a certain pace. You can also, if you've practiced enough and if you're good, if you've mastered the postures, you can also do it at a really fast pace. There are people who can do 108 Surya Shaktis in less than an hour, and or even less than that actually. So Surya Kriya, in fact, ideally they say one cycle of Surya Kriya should take you 21 minutes to do. For most of us, when we start learning the practice, it takes about, on an average, 8 to 12 minutes, depending on how comfortable you are with the postures and your lung capacity. And gradually, you will notice that when you're practicing Surya Kriya, the time that you're taking for a Surya Kriya cycle will start to increase. And you slowly work towards a 21-minute cycle. So these are the differences about Surya Kriya, Surya Namaskar, and Surya Shakti. Personally, I can say that Surya Kriya is one of my most favorite Hatha Yoga practices. You just have to experience it because it's such a beautiful practice that it's just something else. And when you're doing Surya Kriya, there's just such a deep sense of involvement with your practice that it's priceless, it's invaluable. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful, and I hope it will encourage you to learn and experience the practice of Surya Kriya. Thank you. Namaskaram.